Hey guys and girls, I'm James and welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at another beginner drone, the LOOLINN X26. Now this one's this price on Amazon right now, which is a great time for Christmas, and it seems to be a little bit higher than some of the other mini drones, but this one has something that's a lot different. This one actually has obstacle avoidance that works. So I'll go show that to you in a minute. So if obstacle avoidance is really important to you and you want the safest drone, might be the option for you. Holy Stone did come out with the HS450 that they said had obstacle avoidance, and it only had 2 sensors. This one has sensors on every side, and it works really well in speed 1. Also in speed 1, it's really slow, which for a beginner drone is good. So just in time for Christmas, let's go see how it compares to some of the other drones out there, because it's twice as big as like the HS210, which I've always said this is the best beginner mini drone. But before we go fly it, let's go over the functions of a drone, how to get it bound to this really nice controller, and to set the gyros, and then I'll come back for my final review. All right, well, let's see what she weighs in at. She weighs in at 57 grams, which is almost twice as much as like the Holy Stone 210, which is at 23 grams. So how much is 58 grams? 58 grams is about the same weight as a small egg. All right, so with the drone, you get a really nice box. It's got these 2 magnets. So I love how it kind of just stays closed. You can put everything in there, and inside the box you'll get the drone, extra props, and you'll get 3 batteries. There's 1 in the drone, and here's 2. And if you look, these are 700 milliwatt amp batteries. Like compared to the HS210, these are 250, so it's almost 3 times the battery of the 210. They take about an hour to charge. To me, it seems like it flew for 10-12 minutes on one of these batteries. So on the charger, there'll be a red light. The red light will go off when it gets done charging. So it comes with 2 chargers, but 3 batteries. On these props, they are labeled A and B. If you do have to replace one, make sure you get the right prop onto the right one. If you do have to replace the prop, it does come with a handy dandy screwdriver, and there's a lot of little bitty screws inside this thing, but you don't have to take them all off. You just kind of take the ones off close to it, and you can pry it open, and then on the top of the prop is a little screwdriver. There's a little screw that you can unscrew and replace it. I can't imagine ever damaging one of these props unless your dog bites it or something like that. It does come with a really nice user manual and a remote. So on the drone, these are the obstacle avoidance sensors. So you get 1 in each side. And they only work in speed 1. They don't work in high speed. And so go put this up in the air, I'll show you how these work. If you're flying it in low speed and it starts going to something, it's not going to hit it. So this drone's twice as big, or 3 times bigger than most beginner drones, which makes it easier to fly actually. And with obstacle avoidance, we'll see how it flies. Of course, there is no camera, and right here's how you turn it on. And on this battery, it's kind of hard to get in and out. You've got to pull out on this and then unhook this and slide it through there. So it's not a modular battery, but you'll get used to it. So on the remote, it does take 4 AA batteries in the back. It doesn't come with those. Here's the on-off switch. And how you get it to connect to the drone is you turn the drone on, and it's real important that you have it on a flat surface. So there's 2 things you do with it. To get it to bind, you go up and down. And now this remote is bound to it, but the gyros aren't calibrated. So if you make sure it's on a flat surface and you pull them both down and to the right. And do this every time you crash it too. And what this does, it resets the gyros. So be sure and have it on a flat surface again and down and to the right. So on the remote, when you push down on this one, it sets a trim. So if it seems to be flying and drifting to the right or to the left a little bit, you push down on this button and then push this in the opposite direction of however it's flying. It takes a little bit of practice, so you'll get the hang of it. On this one, this is your speed switch. So it always starts out in speed 1. You don't want to go into the higher speed, you push this button. Now you hear those 2 beeps, that's in speed 2. That's in speed 1. If you want to go to headless mode, you hold down on this button. And it'll beep continuously the whole time you're flying it and annoy you. So don't even use headless mode. What that does is it changes the orientation of the drone. And see, they're still blinking when it's in headless mode. So you got to press it and hold it down to take it out of it. And now they're not blinking. Up here is takeoff and landing. And then this one does flips. And the batteries have to be completely charged for you to be able to flip it. Another way to do it is to hold down and in on these for it to take off and land. So right now that started the props, and then you push up on it. So let's go put her up in the air and see how she flies. So it's always going to start out in speed 1. So it takes some getting used to. Red is in the front and green is in the back. So it's really slow in speed 1, but for a beginner drone that's great. But let me show you something. Nothing has optical avoidance like this in this price point. This is really good. So if you're looking for something that's really safe for your kids, like look, I'm gonna try to make it run into me. See, it won't. It goes away from me. Kind of like, see this? It's gonna go. I'll try to make it go into the wall. See, it won't hit the wall. So it's got really good optical avoidance. Whoop. Where'd it go? So it's gonna get confused like I'm just in a hallway. It doesn't know what to do, so take it out of it. I really like the light. You know, red's towards you. Here we're in a little bitty small room. Kind of dark in here, so I can show you how good it flies. Takes a little bit of practice. We'll go in a small room like this. It might be better to go back to speed 1 and just practice doing loops. Just have it go in a circle and have it go in a circle the other way. That's almost full speed in speed 1. Take it around the house. Whoop. See, it got confused. Trying to go through that door jam, the optical avoidance kicks in. So it's pretty sensitive. So in speed 2, optical avoidance is gone, but it's a lot faster. Is it as fast as like the 210 or something? No, but it's as fast as you need to be inside. You don't need to be going any faster than this. So the lights really help. I wish the props were different colors. That would help. One thing I can say about it, so it really doesn't need the trim set. It's drifting a little bit, but if you do need to set it, you hold down on this one, and then you hold it in the opposite direction of whichever it's going. So red's forward and green's in the back. I think it's kind of backwards, but it's all right once you get used to it. So what do I think about the LOOLINN X26? Well, I think it's a really good beginner drone. A little pricey, but it's got obstacle avoidance. It's nice to see drones have different options and different choices for you. So if that's the most important thing for you with your kids is to have obstacle avoidance and a drone that's really slow and easy to fly, this would be a good choice. Do I think it flies better than the Holystone 210? No. I've always said in every video, this is the best beginner mini drone. And especially if you're just trying to learn how to fly drones, this is the best one. If you're wanting something that's really safe for your kids, you're not worried about them flying into things, this could be a good choice for Christmas. It is twice as big, but it doesn't have a camera. So if you're looking for something that has a camera, I did review their U61 that's close to the same price point. And at that same price point, I really like the Holystone HS340 is a good choice in that same price point. But it's nice to have so many options. It's nice to see that they've made a mini drone, beginner drone, that has obstacle avoidance that actually really works. I never thought I'd see that in a beginner mini drone. So, as always, thanks so much for watching. If you got something out of this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.